I only came for the belt. Look, step in the ring, it gets hotter than hell. You don't know about the pain that I felt. Hey, hey, quicker than lightning. Right now I'm feeling like Tyson. I was just breaking the ice. I'm all in your face. I know they don't like me.
Round for round, we go pound for pound. Built it from the ground. Get up, up and knock down. They feeling the sound, feel like they watching now. Ooh, let's work it out. Build it to the clouds. Fight, 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 fight.
Hey, get 'em.
Fight, 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 fight. Swing, I knock 'em out. Down for the count.
That's it for the KO. Now he got a NATO.
Fight, 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 fight. Fight, fight, fight.
Let's go. I feel like I'm rocking. Can't nobody stop it.
Tell 'em in the ring, they want it, come and see.
Caught you living all of these fantasies. Caught you talking about me when you don't know me. Why you gotta talk on my name when you don't even know what my last name is? Why you gotta stay calling up my phone? Girl, you better sit down and play your role. Why you gotta keep coming to my home when you know I don't roll that way no more? Why you gotta go out and play with my heart? You tore me apart. Thought you were someone else, I was looking for a find. Then you wasted all my time. Girl, you do this all the time. When you gonna change it up? When you gonna look up and see that I'm up? I don't get why you started talking when you know that I'm. When you see me locking lips, you know what I gave to you. You know what I gave for you. You know what I made us. You know that I saved us. Why you gotta go out and play with my heart? You tore me apart.
Tune in every Monday night with Late Nights with All Access. All Access. All Access. Catch the latest news trends and everything happening around San Antonio, Texas. We go live on YouTube every Monday night with live energy, live comments, and live giveaways. Tune in every Monday night with Late Nights with All Access. All Access.
Late Nights with All Access. All Access. All Access.
And we are back after a week away. Mr. John Martinez was on vacation. But
that's right.
2 podcasts. Oh, yeah, that's 2. You got to get your mic, girl. You almost forgot.
I'm
she
so
almost
sorry.
forgot.
I think you're right.
She's
We got
live
2
on
weeks
Monday
too long.
night over here, episode 305. Right next to me, Miss Aja Brown.
Hey.
Miss Aja Brown. And go ahead and introduce our guests.
We have AR and Diversity.
Exclamation point. Exclamation point.
There you have it. There you have it. Well, Lao City Society.
Yeah.
You know, y'all been around for a while.
Yeah.
You know, and before we get into all that, about how you started it and what got you all inspired, especially with the music too as well. Let's talk about all the stuff that we've been doing the past couple of weeks, kind of recap in a way. You know, first I actually want to say condolences to everyone that's been passing away. It seems like everyone's passing away. There's celebrities wise, you know, you had Chuck Norris, a legend. He just passed away.
Jesse Jackson.
What did it say? What did it say happened?
Why are you laughing?
name
You
right.
can't laugh at that. That's horrible. He just laughed at that.
Because she didn't know who that was.
No, I did know who that
Earlier.
was. I don't know what he's talking about, but I just know I said
She
Jesse
didn't know.
Jackson, the right
No.
name, not Jesse James.
Not
And
just-
he
That's what she
laughed.
said earlier. But she got it right. I'm so proud of
I
you.
don't even know what he's talking about.
I'm
That's-
so proud of
that's
you.
I just know that
not
they
funny.
died.
Yes.
But yes,
That's it.
prayers to him
The
as
family.
well. But that was when did he pass away? I think he passed away.
It was
a
a
while
few
ago.
weeks ago, yeah, but they just had his
No,
his-
Jesse Jackson passed away a while ago.
no.
Chuck Norris?
Yeah, Chuck Norris just passed away.
But they just had his service.
Oh.
A while ago.
Checking right now.
I'm fact checking.
Fat check right now.
Who
Yeah.
just died? Somebody just died.
No, that's Chuck Norris.
February 17th.
Yes, he passed away a month ago.
A month
Yeah,
ago.
they just had his service like a couple weeks ago, though.
What?
They
That's
finally-
His
crazy.
son,
But it was a big deal.
They made it like a whole
to get
thing.
into
I was sweating.
political stuff, but his son called out like all
the
these other
presidents that were there.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah, he was talking smack about Obama, Biden. I was like, dang. I was like, what is this all about?
Yeah.
I don't know anything
Well, I
about
think
it.
he just
though.
didn't want politics to be brought
No.
up during the service, and they just kind of made little lighthearted jokes. But I mean, he would have done the same thing.
Okay.
Okay,
You think so?
He like, this is
Yeah.
my funeral. We're gonna
Yeah,
just
in true form.
That you know what?
say what I want to talk about.
If you when we all pass away,
Uh-huh.
you know, and it's gonna happen, right? There's
Right.
two things that are guaranteed in
I'm
life:
immortal.
paying taxes and death. So, would you want people that you know you don't really fuck with to be there for you, or would you be like, hey, don't be there? You know?
At
I
the funeral?
would.
Yeah.
I couldn't care.
I
'Cause I'm
want
dead.
everybody there. I want a $20 cover charge. Okay.
Because you want your friends to make
you need
money
to
off
be
you, girl. I
distraught.
get it.
If you're not crying in shambles, you gotta go.
I need you to be rolling on the ground. No, it's,
Yes.
it's like a difference between people showing up to your wedding, because like that's a moment where, you know, I'm sharing that with just people I care
Right.
about. But like my funeral, look,
Everybody.
if you want to feel bad for the way you treated me, you want to show up and show your condolences.
Oh,
do
that
it,
makes sense.
You know?
Right.
Because you know, if you walk in that church with
you
no
don't fuck with
intentions,
them,
you gon-
and then something happens to you, they might change their mind.
Right.
So if they want to make it up,
Oh, then,
Yeah.
That's why you should give people their flowers and treat people right
should
while
give
they're
people their
alive.
flowers.
Right.
So you're okay with it. So
Yeah,
if someone doesn't
I'm okay
like
with
you,
But don't
You okay?
speak at my funeral.
Yeah, what if
My
they
best friends
start
will shut that down
speaking?
real quick. Oh,
I'm not worried about it.
Wouldn't,
Somebody
wouldn't- wouldn't that be crazy? You know, someone that you don't like, they all pretend like, you know, we were friends and we get along, and everyone would be in the crowd. They'd be like, this.
If somebody did
never
that
Never seen before?
at my
Yeah.
friend's funeral, I would go up there. I would make a whole scene because, like, you know, she don't like you like that.
Right. That's why I'm not even worried about
Don't
it,
even
because
be
I already
fake.
know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Hot Cheeto Festival.
Oh
Yes!
my God.
Shout out to Southern Rose for being our People's Choice first place winner.
Yes.
People's Choice Award.
Yes. And we had a great
Over 1,000
time.
people attending, so that's great.
It was packed out.
Packed
they way to
out. We
raise
had
the
all
average of the year so far.
Right. We had all the Hood Reds and Edgars outside.
Apparently, yes.
All of them.
All of them.
I would say it was like in our top 3 of most successful
Right.
festival, and for that to be the first one, like the city showed out.
Imagine
Period.
next year.
Like,
Y'all, that's an inside
other
joke
times
too,
too?
y'all. Just to let y'all know.
We've never had a Cheetah Fest.
I'm saying, you said that was one of the best turnouts.
Oh yeah, of all the festivals, I would say the top 3 for sure that
Really?
I've
Yeah.
experienced, because the top ones are what the brunch, pizza, and taste. I would say, but yeah.
Margarita Festival.
The
Margarita Festival was huge.
I
too.
missed that
Yeah, so
one.
it's a pizza festival first,
Oh, who is
and
that?
then you have the I got distracted by Aja Brown over here.
on the screen.
Oh, that's great. Who is that?
No, so you have a pizza festival, probably the most attendance, and then after that would be, I would say, Margarita Fest, and then the Taste of Medical Center.
What
And
year is the margarita?
the Margarita?
Margarita.
Margarita is in June.
I'm saying what year?
What
This
year?
the third,
Last
fourth
year,
one?
yeah.
Those are-
So this year would be the third.
Second. Oh, third.
Yeah.
The third.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Time.
that was a time.
So,
was
yeah.
It
fun.
was a time.
It was fun.
Okay.
No, yeah.
And surprisingly, for everybody to be drinking all that alcohol, it wasn't
Right,
crazy at all.
right.
Like, no fights
It was
in
good vibes.
the premises.
It was good vibes.
Yeah, none. And that's a good thing about the events is that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we have really good, I think overall, a good round of people that just love participating into the events, no matter if they're adult events or
Mm-hmm.
family oriented. So.
Yeah, so anybody out there that thinks we only have Edgars and hood rats coming to our festivals, just so you know, the numbers speak for themselves.
Okay.
Yes. You know, I was actually, I'm going to give a shout out to Turn Up the Hustle, Michael and Skylar. Skylar used to own a club over here back in the day called Desire, and they have a podcast,
1604,
and
right?
they put me on the podcast, and so it was pretty cool to be on there, and that's where, you know, some haters, you know, not haters, just one hater, started to comment and say about the festival, but it's crazy because, you know, if you never experienced the events or you never experienced anything, it's one of those things that you want people to come in. So it's
Right.
like, I welcome you to come
Right.
to the event so that you get the experience and then do your shit talking afterwards.
Right.
You know, don't say something based on you don't know.
Yeah.
So,
JC Tranquility said, AR always trying to hustle even when she's dead.
Okay. And I
Okay.
know my girl gonna get me. She gonna make sure some shit is lined up.
Look, she
Okay?
brought her work vehicle to the podcast. Okay.
We got things to do after
She
this.
do. One thing about it, our team, they're always gonna be out there trying to hustle, grind, and make some money.
no, team is incredible. You know, it's great to have great people that have that same vision and drive. You
Right.
know, with everything that we do, it could be as small as just being on the podcast. You know, having
Right.
you guys feature on there, or the festivals and events, and especially what y'all do too as well.
Yeah.
But Hot Cheeto Festival was great. All
fun.
the vendors had a good time. They all ran out of food. It was your first time
Yeah.
participating as a vendor too as well, so
Yeah.
you did a great job.
Did you run out of food?
So
Yeah. But people were buying like bowls of like hot Cheeto pickles.
Wait, what were you had a what?
Mhm.
Girl, I only tried what
I
2-3
didn't-
vendors, so I didn't even.
Yeah, I like made my way to go get like the freeze dried popcorn hot Cheeto that they had. That was so good. But I didn't try anything else. Yeah, my kids were like, I gotta go.
Well, I told him I was
I'm
gonna
try.
follow him around until he got me food. And did.
And
What'd you
then-
get? What'd you get?
I had a jumbo hot dog, a hot Cheeto hot dog, and then the sushi guy. What is his name? Food.
sad food.
Sad food sushi.
I did not get to
Yes.
try him.
He shut it down.
Y'all stomach hurt?
No.
What did he
I'm-
have?
I'm a yeah.
What
You
did
know
he
that.
have?
Okay. First of all, yes. And the great thing about being me is no matter how much I eat, this physique is.
There you
always
go.
gonna be the
I know
same.
that's right.
Okay. But no, Safu Sushi. It was a one-man show, and he was not prepared for his line. He had the longest line, and people were waiting like almost an hour.
It got to outlines. I'm just kidding.
What? No.
It's all live.
You. We call
There's
those.
no editing over here,
We call
guys.
those
This is all live,
We
man.
call
You
those
better suck
country
it
boy
in.
muscles.
We're
Yeah.
back next time. Shit.
country boy muscles. That's what
Then-
you have.
There you go.
In real life.
You know,
Real
I
life.
think girls like that dad bod, right? There you go.
So they will like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I'm a skinny fat guy.
Bunch of-
I'm
bunch
all
of-
proud
Skinny
over
fat
here.
guy.
I'm a skinny fat
Bunch of
guy.
daddies.
But no, Safu Sushi, he was a one-man show,
Daddy
and this
Fest
was his
coming.
first festival with us, and he was like stressed, but he did it. People were
Yeah.
waiting like an hour just to get his food,
Man.
and he did not sell out. He actually like survived the
Kept
whole
going.
thing.
That's what's
So he did really, really great. So go check him out on Instagram, Sad Food.
Shout out to all the vendors. All the
Yeah.
vendors did
So
great.
close,
You know,
everybody,
everybody
pretty
had
pancakes.
a unique way of using hot Cheetos, pancakes to
Rare.
hot dogs to what else? Sushi,
Ice cream.
Sushi.
to ice
ice
cream.
cream.
I mean, yeah, it's just crazy what you could put hot Cheetos on.
Right.
Ice cream's wild.
You know,
Right.
but then you also have the live music too as well. So shout out to Kevin and Yoda
Yes.
doing their thing. Also shout out to Sam.
Sam killed it.
He's always doing
Sam
great.
killed
You
it.
know?
Cowboy Sam.
It's tough.
Okay.
And then,
It's
and
a
then
tough
you
lineup.
have also Mookie with the video. You know, just doing an incredible job with it.
Yeah, it looked like a
And
little
then
mini
Angel,
music video.
Angel, and some of his artists too as well. So overall, it was a great event, great time.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to the second year, and then also looking forward to all these other events that we have going on.
Yes.
Miss Drea, baby.
And the weather was good. Like it was hot, and then it like cooled down like the right temperature.
Oh, the
It was great.
temperature was perfect.
Yeah,
We
it
had a
was perfect.
line wrapped all the way around, like it was insane.
I know.
But it was great to see. I think we had a really big turnout of kids. We had teenagers just coming, you know, with their friends and
Yes.
everything coming to enjoy it.
You know they love them some hot Cheetos.
I seen that too.
Yeah.
So I think for it to be our second festival, it was definitely a great impression.
Imagine next year.
for people to
Out of
go
this,
to.
yeah,
Go crazy.
Yeah.
it's crazy.
So like a lot of families, they were like talking. I had a lot of good feedback about it. Like they want to come to more.
Really.
Yeah.
Which you can. Taste the Medical Center happening
Okay.
April 15th at 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. It is 21 and up, where we
I
get
was like,
all
leave the
of the
baby kids at
restaurants
home.
in Medical Center.
Only for the adults.
Leave the
21 and
baby
over.
kids at home.
21
Yes.
and up. Wait, what did I say? Yeah.
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 Just not in the car.
Please.
Also,
Please.
over the weekend, it was my grandmother's 85th birthday.
Hey.
So,
birthday.
happy
Hey.
birthday,
Fire.
Grandma!
Do you have a picture of
I don't have a picture
No.
of her, but I should have put a picture. My bad. I'll do it maybe in a little bit. But happy birthday to her. We're actually doing a family celebration on the 28th, so some of my family is going to come into town. So,
Okay.
Oh, so we about to
So-
go
Just
turn
let
up at
us know.
Grandma's house.
I'm
yeah,
okay.
turn up at her house. You
I know,
know,
it's gonna be
Mariachi
mariachi,
Fest too there.
DJs, everything.
Oh, that sounds
So,
I was like, what time did we pull up?
I know, right? I want to invite all of y'all. But no, it's I'm very close to my grandmother. Since my mom
Yeah.
passed away, I'm very close to her. So spending time with her and making dinner for her and watching. We watched 3 different things. We watched Saved by the Bell, which is crazy because she actually liked watching that show.
Yeah,
all the
that's
reruns.
crazy.
And then Cheaters. She loves watching Cheaters.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
And then Unsolved Mysteries.
Ooh.
And then also what's the other one?
Wheel of Fortune.
Murray.
You are not.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
She was messy. She's messy.
My grandma loves all that drama. She's like, she's
Chismosa.
a hoe. She's a slut.
chismosa.
Oh, what?
Not your
Does she
daddy.
watch like soap operas?
Telemundo.
Oh, she speaks Spanish.
Yes.
Telemundo.
Hey.
Romeo. Oh, no, not Romeo.
But she don't watch it with me anymore. she don't watch it with me anymore because
Raul.
I don't speak Spanish, right? I'm the whitest Mexican ever, and I'll be translating, and it's nothing to what they're saying. I'm like, Grandma, did you hear that? She's like, shut up.
You don't even know what you're
I
talking about.
know. She's like, shut up. I'm like, he just said, and then I'll make up something, and she's like, that's not what he said. Shit, shut up.
Say a sentence
trying
in
to
Spanish.
I don't know.
The what?
Say, I don't know.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
No habla español.
Could have fooled me.
There you go.
Bueno.
Could have fooled me.
No habla español.
Habla poquito español.
He can order tacos.
Sí, hablamos
In
en
Spanish.
español.
Them Spanish, what
That's
does it say?
like-
Them Spanish novellas be hitting. Yes, Drea.
Novellas are-
Okay.
yeah.
Hi, Alessandra.
Put the caption on.
What else? What else?
What was your highlight of the festival? Like, what was the part that you remember the most?
You know what?
When you carry that memory into next year and you're talking about the next festival, what are you going to remember from this one? Obviously, the sushi.
We were very understaffed because everybody, you know, we had
Ayye.
South by Southwest going on. We had
Goddamn,
spring
what did I
break. It was a lot going on that weekend. So a lot of people were out of town. So I really did not get to. I didn't see any of the performances. I didn't. I think what I did enjoy the most is that like people were just literally enjoying it. Like, it was really fun. You had kids in one corner playing games, people sitting down, people
Like
at the
basketball
bar.
and stuff?
Yeah, like
even the
everyone
front of
was having
this,
good
even front of
time.
social spot was like packed where the food trucks are and everything. Like it was.
And it was the kickoff to St. Patrick's Day. So we had people doing bar crawls that were just walking up. We had a lot more people just walking up like, hey, I just want to come in and see what's going on, and, you know, paying at the door. So
People just walking up paying?
around, yeah. That's why I love Social Spot. Shout out to Social Spot because it's such a great location.
It is.
You know?
Definitely.
I think what stands out the most is just seeing people happy
Right.
on both ends.
Right.
And it just feels
like
welcoming.
the vendors and the guests.
Yeah.
So if you're a vendor, we're always looking for more vendors for all the festivals. So, you know, it doesn't matter if it was the Hot Cheetos, we could put you somewhere at one of them. I mean, we have 20 plus festivals.
Who can cook a
20
steak
plus
though?
festivals.
Who can cook a steak though?
I know steak is going to be a lot of fun.
Let's go.
But
Ooh,
I'm
I'm
gonna
a
give
judge
another
for
quick
it.
shout out to Felicia. She actually celebrated 2 years of her sobriety today. So 2 years of sobriety.
Yeah.
Congratulations to her,
Congratulations.
So Alicia, you said Alicia or Felicia?
Felicia.
Felicia. So I've been, well, she knows I've been trying to juice and, you know, cleanse my gut and everything. So someone was like, you need to cut a little bit of sugar, cut a little bit of that alcohol for like a month or two, and you're going to feel it's going to really reset you.
If you really cut off alcohol, you'll see a weight difference and on yourself. You really will. You know, when I started my sobriety journey, I lost a lot of weight based on just the alcohol because of the beer. And the,
Like the yeast
and the
and all
drinks
that
and all
inside
that.
it,
Because
yeah.
How much were you drinking before?
I drank a lot.
Yeah.
Shit, no way.
See, my
way
thing
too
is,
much. I had to stop. Come
I
on
don't
now.
go,
That
like,
makes
I
sense.
don't drink. I don't go out, like, and drink all the time, like, every single day.
Right.
My issue is I can drink a lot. I've been doing this for a long time. So the amount of alcohol I'm consuming in one day is enough for one
For,
person
like,
a week
the next
or
30
two.
days. Yeah,
Like
the
when you go
next
to the
30
doctor
days.
and they ask how
So-
much, you're like, not that much.
Yeah,
and then
like,
you answer, oh,
You
damn.
know, even, I mean, I smoke, you know what I'm saying? But I'm more of a medicinal smoker. So, like, a blunt will last me a couple days, for real. I'll
Right.
just puff, put it out. And so I think just, like, wanting to do this little detox on my body and reset and get back in the gym a little bit more and, like, running and stuff, I just need to do a full body reset. And I know
Yes.
alcohol is going to...
I feel
So maybe,
you.
like, a month.
Have you fasted?
I want to do intermittent fasting with juicing.
You should try the 3.5 day one.
Okay. 3.5 months of
The
fasting?
longest
3.5 day.
Oh,
days.
no. So I'm working up to that. I started with 1.5 day, and then this weekend I'm gonna do like 2 days,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna bump it up to 3, and I want to do that every month.
What do you consume? Just water?
So
or-
I juice. I have my own juicer. So I did all my juices, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then if I do get hungry, like just salads. Like I'm not gonna just not eat anything because
Right.
salads and fruit is mostly water. So I mean, I think that'll be fine. I don't really eat candy or any other like.
I'll drink
heavy sugar
like
stuff,
chicken
so-
broth or like bone broth or beef broth.
Yeah, like soup.
Like if I'm the longest I've ever gone though is like 2 days.
Yeah, I don't eat desserts and candy and stuff like that. So sugar's not really like a thing.
Yeah.
But making sure I cook at home and not like, because I'm a fast foodie. I love fast food, but I'm
But
gonna
imagine you just eating clean and no alcohol. You're going to see results without even working out. So, and then you incorporate the working out part,
Right.
and then it's just like, wow.
More
And it feels
water.
good. You know, the first 30 days,
Water, yeah.
you notice the change.
I can do
the
it.
The next 60 days, people that are close to you notice change. And in the 90 days mark,
90 days.
90 day
I
mark,
ain't quitting no alcohol for no 90
it
days.
doesn't matter if alcohol or not, but just limiting yourself in balance, you know.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Speaking like a true
Summer is
alcoholic
around
right
the
here.
corner.
Oh,
What?
hell no.
No,
but
it's just 'cause,
listen,
like, yeah.
after 90 days, everybody notices. So shout out to my brother-in-law. I saw him just the other day, and I saw half of him. I was like, where's the other half? I was like, damn, where's the other half?
didn't walk through the door.
I was like, Eric, I was like, where's the other half of you? He's like, I'm on a diet.
Hey.
He's all mellow. I was like, where? I was like, you always been like this? And he's been married to my sister for, I don't know, like 5+ years or so. And I'm like, you always this mellow? She's like, yes. I was like, I like when you were big.
Yeah, Boris.
I was like, I feel like you were just had more energy. He's like, no, I'm always been like this. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, all right.
I started drinking the warm lemon water.
Yeah. Honestly,
In the morning.
The past 2 weeks, I've felt I have more energy, like making sure I'm taking my supplements when I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
Just like overall health, like I feel like the
Just
surgery I
drink
had in
water for 3 days.
November. I drink a lot of water.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
saying
drink
Martinez
juice.
right there.
I don't
You
drink
done that
juice
before?
or soda like
Just,
that.
You just water. Dang.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like
just
like
water.
nothing else, just to cleanse.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't eat food either.
No food, right?
He just does
No
water.
food.
Yeah, that's what I
water.
meant.
Yeah.
365.
That's what the three days, 3 and a half.
That's a really good. It's more for like a spiritual thing too, right? Yeah.
Nah, my spirit's fine.
So-
But stuff, my stuff. I
You
can't
need
do
that.
that.
Parasitic.
What? I couldn't
I
do
need
it.
a-
I would
She
literally
needs
pass
that.
I
away.
need a grape,
Somebody?
cube of cheese, something.
Yeah.
Nah, nothing.
No,
Dry
my first
out.
day trying to
Dry out.
fast.
And the
I
first day,
really
don't drink
was
water.
eating cubes of cheese. I was like, I'm gonna get these crackers and these cheese, and it's gonna be fine. Just a little bit ain't gonna hurt nothing. For real.
I'm starting to feel woozy.
I'm starting to get hungry talking about not eating.
I know.
I need to eat. Get some
Go get
cookies
one of
and
them
get some conchas and all that. By the way, y'all, if you haven't been, go to Alamo Biscuit Company on the Heavener location or downtown by the Riverwalk, and that one's open 24/7. They also have a new bar in the patio area, so it's open 24/7. So congratulations to John and his whole entire
Yeah.
And
staff.
get their steak tostadas.
Well, I think they are going to go to
Ooh.
Alamo
So
Biscuit.
good.
Okay.
They're going to be there really soon.
Oh, are they gonna be at the steak fest with their steak tostadas, John?
Probably, you never know.
Everyone else is going to be here.
But
He's gonna be there too, but he has to do
okay.
the steak fest. If you guys
That's
haven't had
what's
their
up.
steak,
we have the
that
billboards
sounds
up too as well.
good.
That was another big thing for us is having those
With the
billboards
egg
up.
on there.
Yes.
So it's a
Oh,
It's great,
put it in the
you
thing.
know.
I haven't gotten a chance to drive by it, waiting on a pin of the location. He'll be like, "Oh, it's on Babcock and
We told
I'm
you
like,
where.
what
Go
street
east,
is that?
go
I don't
west,
know where that
somebody. I don't
is.
even know about left and
Told you
He
right.
knows not to send me streets
Same.
because I don't know that.
Well, you gotta look it
Send
up.
me landmarks.
You can't.
Let me tell you the
They're
story
not- they're not
of
landmarks.
when we went to another podcast at Sophia's Pizzeria. He gonna sit here and say a word I have never heard before in my life. He just sent the word, so I didn't know what that meant. I came to the only Sophia's Pizzeria I
Yeah.
knew. It took me an
Sophia's
hour to get.
And it wasn't that
No, well, it took me like 30 minutes to get there, and then 30 minutes to get to the right location.
one? Okay.
So I was like,
If you don't know, when you just call, common sense is.
I didn't know there was two locations.
Common sense would be like, hey, let me call just to verify.
Yeah.
Why I didn't know there was two locations?
I didn't realize people don't have that. You know.
I did not know. Like,
Sense of direction.
no, yeah. So
I
I was
thought you
like,
were- I
send
don't
me
know about
addresses.
tonight.
I don't
No, I
know
just
streets
playing
and
with
stuff
you.
like that.
But you made it.
Like, I had to learn the sign that's this way is not for that way. It's for that way.
Oh, hell.
I didn't know that for a while, though. You know what I'm saying? I just... I learned
Yeah,
this
well.
years ago, but I didn't know it first.
Right.
You know, I had to learn that.
Yeah. Don't send me no go east, south, north. I don't.
Talking about directions. The direction
What do you
of
mean?
Loud City
What you mean?
Society.
What do you mean?
He's like, we're talking about everything but Loud City
know.
Society right now.
No, the direction though. No, for real. So let's really get into it. You know, now that we, kind of caught up with everything that we have going on. But Loud City Society has been part of All Access and the festivals, and it's been a really great time meeting you guys and seeing what y'all doing for the city. Shout out to Kevin because he's the one who put it
Hey.
all together in place.
Kevin
For
McGee.
sure.
And Kevin McGee.
Where we at?
And where we at, and it just is one of those things that I love seeing people that want to do things for the city. I think one of my biggest pet peeves, and I say this all the time, I'm going to say it a lot this year, is having outside organizers come into the city to do an event that we as local promoters, organizers, creators, however you want to put it, can do it.
Right.
But it's crazy on seeing the outside organizers continue to come into our city and capitalize off of it, and then they leave.
Yeah.
So the only way that I like it is if, for example, they're doing something such as tacos and tequila and bringing in big names like 3-6 Mafia, Pretty Ricky, Trina, Paul Wall, Jay Sean, Bubba Sparks,
Yeah.
and shameless plug, but that's May 9th here at Rotama Park. But if you're not doing that and you're going to do something such as Drop the Mic, or are you doing an R&B brunch, or are you doing an R&B sing-along, it's like, why are you doing all that in our city when there's people here
That do it
can do it?
already.
So
Yeah.
for y'all, you focus more on the local artists and music scene. So tell us, AR, how did you create it? What got you inspired to it? and how did you come up with the name too as well, Loud City Society?
Well, I've always been just like a music lover in general, and I'm from Dallas, so we have a big local Dallas scene there. So when I moved to San Antonio, it was like when I started finding out about different local artists and groups and things like that, I was just like, wow, like people need to hear these guys, or people need to like be listening to like so how can I contribute? So it was kind of like, okay, well, I want to throw my own events. I want a DJ, so let me just put the 2 and 2 together, and just did it. And then the way I came up with Loud City Society, like the name, I know I wanted loud, like I wanted something powerful, something like bold. City, I didn't want to be like put into like a box of 210 or San Antonio, because I knew I wanted to like keep working with like Dallas and like amongst other cities. And then society, it just came from wanting to include everybody, to have a community, and and just share that for everybody to be a part of it, to feel like they're a part of a community and a society. So, but ultimately, yeah, I've just always been a music lover, and just when I came here, I was like, there wasn't too, like, I knew promoters, like, I had to be a fly on the wall for a while and like go to events and attend shows and put myself in the right rooms and kind of just like sit in a corner and kind of like see what's going on and stuff like that. But it didn't take me long to kind of just like bam, 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 like to just do it. I just like did it, and I was just like a one-man team for a really long time, and nobody even knew like who ran the page or who it was, because at first I started off with just like blogging, so doing write-ups on EPs or singles, and or sharing like, oh, hey, you need to know this artist or things like that. So that's how I really started. And then, it just turned into like, oh, I can do an open mic. Oh, I could do a show. Oh, I could bring a headliner. Oh, I can. So it was just like levels.
Do you remember your first event?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was a pop out and pop off open mic at Reptiles.
Catchy names,
pop
girl.
out and pop off at Reptiles over there on 90. And it was just me, and I told my homegirls to be the door girl, and people just pulled up. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then my first major, I think, not major, but like, big event was Rich Greedy and Yonzo. And it was sold out. Like, it was packed. It was that same thing at Reptiles, and it would just, at one point, we just had to let people through the door because we would hit capacity. I think that's when I barely met him.
Okay.
Yeah. And then one of my other first events was with DJ Fat, so shout out to Fat. We did like a Capricorn bash, and we did like Eliza 1K. We had a Mechanical Bull. That's one that we had flavors, the after hour flavors or whatever. And so
how long ago was that?
That was this is my 6 years, so it was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, so I just
post-COVID.
Yeah,
Okay.
girl, I was like
Everybody was
doing
on the
things.
after
And
COVID.
then you meet Diverse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where y'all remember where that was at?
I had seen this girl on Facebook all the time showing love to artists, and it's not a common thing. People don't show love to locals. It's like you have your people who know you and they support you because you're in your circle, but nobody's like, it's rare to see a person you don't know just support people. So I'd seen her, and then one of the shows I had did, I'm trying to remember where it was at, but she basically
The
came
West
out to
Side
show love.
spot.
It was outside.
Yeah.
It was like a festival, but I met her. I still didn't know really who she was, and then I went to this Capricorn bash thing, and I was like, wait, this girl's throwing the show, and I knew some of the other people, but I didn't really know them. So then we went, and I don't even know if I talked to you at that time.
I think a little bit, 'cause it was just so busy.
In the front.
Yeah.
In the front.
It was just so busy.
And then after that, the people that we had in our group separately were wanting to start throwing events, and we had something lined up. So then I said, hey, instead of trying to do this event and trying to do both of these two ones in a short period of time, I just saw a girl that's throwing events, and she shows a lot of love. Maybe we can see if she can help us out.
Yeah.
And then we ended up collaborating, and our first event was my birthday,
Okay.
which is February 21st. And then the other event was a Valentine's Day one. So one, I was like, I know I'll be good on mine because I'm going to invite the people. So mine's not going to interfere with that. And it froze over at the time. It was at a place called Cielo on San Pedro.
Mystic was the DJ.
Mystic was the DJ.
Really?
I reached out to the people I knew that were really, Mystic was the DJ.
Whole world.
Yep.
Who is our director of entertainment?
Right.
Yes.
Entertainment
For all
director.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And JC Tranquility actually performed on that, on the Valentine's one. And it froze over to where the Valentine's one couldn't happen. So it happened like later in the
Like
month.
2
And my
days,
birthday
yeah.
was actually the first event that we actually threw together.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, she,
How long ago was that?
About 6 years now. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was all like in the first year of me like ever just doing stuff.
And then she had joined Dawn and was like helping at first. And then she ended up kind of being the manager of the group. There was 3 artists, 2 producers. And everybody kind of like lived life. And then it ended up just being us. And then I was like, man, like, there's no point to push this brand and you're not pushing yours. So how about whenever I had brought an artist named Westside Boogie to Paper Tiger, and it was like 300-400 people there. It was a very successful show. And I had said from here on, I kind of only want to do these level of shows.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I was thinking of doing an open mic. And I was like, I never really do anything for the community because I'm trying to put myself as an artist in a position. Then I'll help the community. That's kind of how I looked at it. But she was like, well, let's do an open mic. I was like, man, I'm down. I was like, I want to do something for the community. Let's do it. I was like, but we don't got to use our brand this time. Let's use yours. And I'll host. I was like, I don't like hosting. I don't. But I know all the people we're going to invite,
He's
so
like
I'll
the
feel
best
comfortable.
host, which is crazy.
Right.
I appreciate it. And she was like, and I can DJ. So we didn't really need to find people to pay. It's like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's when we started our open mics. And then we ended up just kind of phasing towards Loud City instead of the other brand. And
What was the
then-
other brand called?
All about growth.
Okay. All about
Do you
growth.
wear that regular? I feel like I've never seen that.
Yeah.
All about growth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And shout out to them. And that's just really how it all started. We just kind of all just like had the same goals, the same vision, the same like worth ethic, and so it just made sense at the time to just, you know. And then we had to go our separate ways, and it was kind of like, oh, well, we're gonna keep going, and we're gonna keep thugging this out, and we're gonna keep building like we want to. And then before you knew it, we had another person, and then we had another person, and then we had another person, and
Then we had to deny people.
Yeah.
And like it got to a level where people started. You get at like a different level, and now you gotta like watch who's around. At one point, you're just hoping someone notice. Then you're hoping somebody cares. Then you're hoping somebody will help. And then it comes when you work hard enough, people just believe and they'll match the energy. That's why a lot of us are how or who we are to each other, even though we may not really know each other. You know what I
Right.
mean? When you find people, I always say it's like the Marvel movies. Like everybody's superheroes. Everybody got superpowers. And whenever we can place them in right positions, everything just expands because we know. Like we went to Wichita Falls and never even had a conversation. And
Never like didn't know you from Adam. That's
Right.
so crazy. I always say everybody that we went on that trip, like that was the ultimate bonding. experience.
right.
It's like real world.
I'll remember that. I'll remember that trip
Yeah.
forever.
Back in the 90s. Let's go.
For real, no, it was definitely
Jersey
crazy.
Shore
Like,
and shit.
but we went through so many different like weird things on that trip. Even just going into that little honky tonk bar.
We went to a honky tonk open mic place that I kept saying, man, I want to find open mic. I want to find open mic. And on the last night, they're like, let's go to the open mic. And then we got there and it was all like,
The music,
yeah, like it was not.
like
We
we're not
raised
even
the
lying.
ratio of
Hold on, boy.
of colored people when
No,
we walked
for
in.
real.
And but once we started, everybody kind of dispersed. The girls knew who to talk to, how to talk to them. I knew how to look disarming. We're making sure we can be approachable. And the next thing you know, Yoda's performing with the guy with an instrument. You
I
know?
sobered up a little bit, so my anxiety went away because I was like, I
Like,
feel
hold on.
so uncomfortable. But it was just like you would have had to have been there to get that feeling that we felt. Because like when I tell you, me and the girls, we barely made it through the door, and the music literally stopped. And then we walk back out. We're
Girl.
like, let's just wait for the guys. And we told them. So then we walk in, and it was just like all eyes were on us. It was dead quiet. We go walk over to the bar, and one of the guys gets up and walks away. So it was just like, you know, I had just blazed one. So I'm like, I
Knew
don't know,
you were
I
at a
feel
place,
Like, I was like, I'm the darkest
yeah.
person up in here. I don't know. So like, you
With
know.
another city.
Him
It was-
not
it
even
was
knowing
good
me,
to
he
see it,
calmed
though.
my nerves a lot.
Right.
And he was like, you know, we're all together and like, let's just do it. And I was like, y'all still want to perform? I was like, please don't say
Yeah.
any profanity. Like,
Yeah, she was freaking out.
I was like freaking out because like
I think I went at the last.
he came after we
Yeah.
had actually
Yeah.
once they performed and
yeah.
the way they did it.
Mhm.
I'll never forget that moment. You know, like the way they did it. Yoda took one of the guys that had a guitar out. You
Yep.
know, and then he did it with that, and then he did his acapella, and it just went crazy. Like it was cool.
They loved
It was
us.
cool.
They want us to come back.
They want us to come
Yes,
back.
That's crazy.
You know, and then me and the girls knowing how to talk to the lady at the bar.
Hey.
It kind of helped a little
Right.
bit
The
bit.
owner,
Seeing the
right?
owner
The
talk
owner,
to us
yeah.
and laugh
She
with
was
us,
nice.
kind of softened people a little bit. Because I was like, if it was just me and the girls, we could kind of maybe work the room. But I just don't know how they'll react to the guy. Like, you just never
Right.
know how they're going to receive us.
Mhm.
But it was a great experience. And
It's
yeah.
kind of, you kind of like, if you've been in customer service, it's always, you don't got to be fake, but you kind of want to know like how most people might already assume you're going to be. So whenever you want to give a little bit different of a chance, that's kind of like why I talk and conduct myself how I do, because in a lot of those situations, I'm the only black guy that was there, and I purposely worked at a place that was like that, because if they can support their full families, I should be all right, you know? But I can't go in there and be like, man, what the fuck's up, man? Thanks for coming in. Like, you got to kind of how to learn. And just that extra layer of, like, not getting judged, it gives you a little bit better of a chance. And you can still be you.
Yeah.
Because just
you
as
don't
much
talk to your
as-
grandma how you do
yeah.
your friends.
Mhm.
It's still you.
just as
Just be
much as they
respectful.
judged us when we walked in, we did the same thing.
Right.
But you can feel it. You can feel that energy, you know.
And by
So-
the end of the night, everybody's, like, singing along
hugging,
the
they buying us
songs.
shots, like we
Yeah.
taking pictures.
That's cool.
Well, I have, man. I wish I would have put it in here. I didn't know we were going to talk about this, but there was one of the guys that was like, I thought the most intimidating. He just happened to be like 7 feet tall. He ended up taking like a picture of me. He was like, "No, you got to do it like this up high," and it was just so cool. Like, yeah.
It was a great experience to have the team out there to work together and to do that footwork and all
Right.
that leg work. But you know, your music has been inspiring, right? So, what made you get into music?
At first, it was like the lunch tables at school, like kind of getting reaction from people. It's like if you're a class clown, you kind of get better at timing when to
Yeah.
say things. Well, for me, I was the guy that like knew how to make people react. So whenever people are saying stuff, I'll be thinking of something that people are wearing that everybody can relate to immediately. So that kind of turned into me being able to understand how to relate to people.
That was in high school or middle school?
This is high school.
High school, okay.
Taught me how to like relate to people without having to be somebody I'm not.
Yeah.
And everybody has something in common. And then at first that's kind of what the music turns into, and then turns into expression, and then it turns into messaging, and then the relatability is always there because that's the core. So like in a lot of songs, even the dancing ones or the ones that sound like super like ignorant, they're probably not, you know. And I think anybody who takes time to listen can relate to a lot of what I do.
Okay.
And but I know because it's a rap art form, a lot of times it'll get overlooked, and our city gets overlooked. So a lot of the things I've always been was still me, and I've always been like an overlooked, like an underdog.
Why do y'all think that? You know, in San Antonio, why do you think that San Antonio gets overlooked sometimes when it comes to our local talent in music?
I just think that there's like a lack of consistency.
To where people actually want to move from
Yeah.
San Antonio to go start their career instead of trying to build a career from here.
Yeah, I think it's like a crabs in a bucket kind of thing, you know, and it's just consistency. And we don't have too many bigger media platforms. Like I say this all the time, like, you know, no disrespect to 98.5, but I feel like the one thing San Antonio really does need is like a black-owned radio station that supports the local music, and that's just different. That just has a different like look and stigma and community and stuff like that. But really, it's just consistency and highlight. I don't think it's. I know a lot of people say like ego and support, but I don't think that's true at all. Like the one thing we say is like show love to get love. Like as long as you're showing love, you're gonna get love. Like if you're not out there hating on people or downing people, like people are gonna show up for you. Whether it might not even be people like it's gonna be total strangers. He can fill up a room with strangers faster than he can with people who he's known for fucking years, and that was one thing that like I remember seeing him and the group at the time that he was with. I remember seeing them and I was like, I'm going. I was like, at the time I was like, I'm gonna manage them. I want their manager's job. Like I want to work with them. And then like years later I was like, oh shit, I'm stuck with him. Like
I think it's lack of authenticity
like,
too.
Yeah, it was just the same vision, same goals and stuff like that. But as far as like the artists here, like, and we have some really good like there's times where like behind the bars, it was well, send me some artists that y'all have out there, or the Atlanta one that's coming, or who can. So I have to like I always make sure I send like good representation of the city to platforms or people that we're trying to collaborate with or work with or trying to get out here. Like we just met Miss Megan, which is
the Stallion.
No, girl, I wish. No, Miss Megan, the one that manages Sauce Walker.
Who's that?
From TSF.
What's that?
Girl, some Houston girl. My bad.
Know your song.
Yeah,
it's a Houston thing.
Yeah,
I need to start going to Houston more.
Well, it's like everywhere.
Nah, it's like a
What does it stand
world
for?
thing. Like
Look up the Sauce Walker.
I don't know it either. So.
But yeah, we just met her, and she's like she was really heavy on like his management side and his team and his success and all the other like a few other artists. And we met her at South by Southwest, and I met her a couple years ago, but I re-met her, and we went to South by Southwest, and we had D out there. We had Two Turn, JC Tranquility. We had Big Sweep. So we had really good representation, and they, invested in themselves. They did a mic drop, and she's like, now, and by the end of it, she was like, what's up, AR? When am I going to San Antonio? Like, I'm trying to get out there ASAP. So I think it's just the representation, too.
Yeah.
That
What about you, Diverse? What do you think?
I think that
What's the reason?
I think that a lot of the reasons that we would want to complain about, I've heard the same complaints everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, if I were to ask all of us who the biggest, say rap in this case, or even really not rap, like, who's the biggest artist, we might all have different answers. And our answers are controlled by what's put in front of us.
Right.
So, like, media is a solution.
Who do you think is, right off the bat, who would you say? No, not the best. Who's
Biggest?
the biggest name local hip-hop rapper in the city? I think it's King Kali.
I would say
I'm gonna say Jenny
Big-
B right now.
who?
Jenny B. Right now, like
I fuck with her heavy, obviously, but I haven't got to see direct influence. I think that
What about the other guy, Fomob?
Fomob. I would say like
Is he from San Antonio?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, and I don't normally name drop it on interviews like this, but I've been traveling a lot, and a lot more than I have in my entire life in probably the last year. And it's always on some music accord. And when I do go there, that's the name that gets mentioned.
Who?
right.
FOMO.
Fomob. Okay.
As far as filling the room, the values measured in so many ways when it comes to music, that it's like if I told you, man, this is one of the best sound engineers that does live recording, you'd say, okay, great. But if you looked at something about him, you may say, well, he doesn't have this. It's like, oh, he's good, but he doesn't have this. Oh, great podcast, but this. Everybody's going to look for something to not be happy about, because that's what people do. They bring down other people. And so that's a name that outside of the city, people are mentioning, even outside of the state.
Yeah.
But somebody like Kali has so many stories and so much history, so many experiences, so many times that people listen to them repeatedly for years, that if he really wanted to, he could fill a room. Just to, like, he could throw a whole concert.
Yeah.
But I think that's the same for anybody. I think a lot of people's, depending on where they are in their career and depending on how much they care to fill a room, makes a difference.
Do you think that these
It's like
artists,
you could be well known, but not really be big like that.
Right.
Right? You can be respected,
Yeah, like
but not be able to bring people.
you know what I'm saying?
do you think that these artists, you know, Full Mob and Kali, do you think it puts a lot on their back to where they have other artists here in the city that may be looking up to them to where, hey, help me get where you're at, and then it's hard for them to decide to help or not help, you know? And if they don't help, then it's like, oh well, fuck him, because you know. So
Oof, that's
like
tough.
that's tough, you know.
Because
It's tough because people don't want to do the work, and it's business at the end of the day. So, like, for whatever he has going on, even if he's chilling at home all day, he hit a level to where he can say a price based on what he wants to give away from his time, family, and people that matter to him, even if it's his mental. And he's like, I only want to rap once a week. Like, he earned that. And I say, like, a big part of why everybody knows him is because of the media. When he did his drop, he had everybody, even in other states, trying to compete because that was the hottest thing. So if you have a good media team, shout out to Texas Buzz, he's a big part of what that run was. It had its own run. He was on other platforms, so like he deserved it. And his team is not a regular team. Like I saw it right from the beginning. Like people, if
I saw people invest in him, so if I'm not mistaken, and I hope I'm not speaking out of content or anything like that, but I think Hoffman, he's a good friend of mine, was invested in with him for a while. So I think when you have the financial backing, it can help an artist too as well. Sure. So
the look, the sound, the uniqueness, the consistency, but when it's fueled by somebody with good business and finances, when I say yes to investing, even just a team of smart people, like if we weren't doing none of this, and I said, look guys, these are cool, but for 1 year, trust me, everybody stop everything and we're gonna blow me up. We would, even with just us four, you know what I mean? Even without the money. So a lot of this is it because there's not media. When people like me are looking to see who's hot or what's going on, if there's only 2 news stations, that is the news. If you're a teacher and you give them the history book, that's history. That's what you're being taught. That like the power of the media is way bigger than I think people realize. They're controlling the history of the city.
Right.
If we don't get media coverage on these, nobody's gonna know about the festivals.
Right.
Why do we even know what this is? How do I know? And when I did hear about it, I thought, y'all threw it. And then I looked in and I was like, oh, we partnered with them. But we did all these other ones, but I hadn't gone. So it's like whoever controls the media controls the history. And when you're consistent with direction, with business, and you have finances behind you, I'm not even going to mention the finances because I don't know. But like in just what I saw, I didn't see that many people do the challenges when they were doing whatever other challenges they've ever done. I've never seen no reaction. There were hundreds, probably thousands of people sending music to try to get on this song, and people weren't even thinking they were gonna win. They just people were submitting that you knew they knew they were gonna win.
I actually took time to listen to all of them, or not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah.
And this is not biased. This is just facts. Lil Yoda killed it.
Lil Yoda killed it.
Like I think
He loves Lil Yoda.
I do, and I think that guy.
Lil Yoda has a song with him.
Like I know he does, but I really do think that Little Yoda got talent, and I don't know. I just big fan of his. Like when I heard him do that, and then just other freestyles, I'm just like, God,
Yeah.
like that's someone in San Antonio that should be traveling more and doing more, and I hope people look into that more.
Yeah, I would say like. I've always said this about Yoda. I've said it for a long time. I was like, he's probably the most favored artist of the last 10 years. And I say favored, there's other ones I definitely can name. And there's some that I'm probably going to miss. But like, when people do mention names, he's always in somebody's top 5.
Always.
He's always been in somebody, never not. And so it's cool to have him shoulder to shoulder and to call him a brother and have deep conversations with him.
I have one of his CDs.
We share the same
Nice.
studio, so I've
do.
heard some of his unreleased songs. I literally told him the last time I heard the music, I was like, bro, it's like I just heard like 4 songs that like could be the best song you've ever done. I was like, but when you have something that good, how do you roll it out to the world? And when you do, if you don't get a reaction that makes you feel better about it, you post, save, you get 100 likes. You're like, hell yeah, I got 100 likes. Let me post it again. And it gets 20. It's hard as an artist to want to keep going.
Right.
But if you had different media platforms posting you, it feels good. And
You're
it
right
costs
about
money.
you're right about the support of the media. You know, that's why I say even with what y'all do, it's like we collectively have a big team all together. So it matters if we're all supporting each other's posts and the engagements and all that. And then, you know, when I first got started with the promoting and advertising on social media, I would hit up my 10 friends, John being one of them, and I'd be like, John from Alamo Biscuit, and be like, hey, go to my post and like it and comment. And he'd be like, which post, man? He's like, you post so much, like the recent one.
Okay.
And so he would do it, and then I would just call everyone. Hey, I posted. I need you to like and comment. I would call them. They all could tell you this. And that's the same reason why I still do it to this day with everyone, is because that's how you build the engagements organically. But you know, Diverse. I've heard you rap. I've heard you do some poetry too as well. Who inspired you as an artist? Like, you know, like, was it someone that people know, like someone famous, or who inspired you to want to get into music?
Early on, Chameleon.
Okay.
Really?
I never hear that. Wow.
That it was very early on. The punchlines. It didn't sound like he had to try hard. Later, he's kind of monotone, but like he didn't have to. Like, it just was natural. He had a lot of like clever like punchlines that would make you be like, that's cool. I wish I would have thought of that. And back then, that's what a lot of music was, especially in Texas. So that's kind of where it began. I had a big early on. I liked Ludacris a lot.
Okay.
A lot of his music didn't really age well for me, but
Why?
Wait, so Chameleon,
go back and listen to some
Texas?
of it, and you'll be like,
Let me see.
okay, I like this a lot back then. You'll want to like it more because it's nostalgic, but it's not as it don't hit the same. It's not the same.
Ludacris is like, I think
I'd say
top 10.
They never even mentioned him in Atlanta
timeless
for
rapper.
real. Like when they're talking about the best of the best, but I think he deserves that. Like if there's Mount Rushmore, he would be on there in
I
Atlanta.
totally forgot what he looked
But
like. Chameleon.
forgot what. Yeah, and I go
Okay.
back and his lyrics were good. It's just some of his delivery just didn't. Some of his beat selections, it just didn't age well.
Okay.
Hey, not too much on Ludacris now.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah,
She wants to go
but,
to Atlanta.
Well, I don't like him to talk about Beyonce either. He knows we shut that shit down here. We love you, Beyonce.
I still fuck with Ludacris. I mentioned him for that reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But that and
She's
then
overrated.
later like a Kanye, Drake, Jay-Z. I pulled from a lot of Wayne. I pulled from a lot of people at that time.
Wayne's coming to San Antonio, y'all.
Hey.
Shameless plug right there.
Hell
Got
yeah.
backstage passes already.
When's that happening?
October.
You got my backstage pass.
I got
Thank
mine.
you.
October 15th, I think,
Yo, he
or
said he's
something.
taking me backstage.
Time.
That's good. That's a good. But I Chameleon, I would have never thought that. So that's crazy.
used
What
to call
about
him
you?
Child
When
Millionaire.
it comes to music, like who inspired you to really focus into the music? Like, was there an
DJ
artist
too?
and a DJ too? Yeah.
Did y'all know she's DJ? Did she say that? She's a DJ, y'all.
Man, I don't really have a specific. I just always been a music lover. I remember being like 3rd, 4th grade. Britney Spears was like my first concert ever.
There you go.
My dad was a DJ.
Okay.
And DJed all the high school part. You know, he was like, you know, and I was just always involved in everything. Like even in school,
Jason says that you're inspiration?
Yeah. Aw.
What?
Y'all can check her out.
She was like your inspiration, like
Yeah.
joking around. Like,
Oh.
you were inspired by her.
That's funny.
Period.
She DJs at our All Access Granted every
Access
Thursday.
Granted.
Access Granted marketplace that we do every Thursday at Social Spot. So she's the DJ for that. So if you do want to DJ, she be the girl.
Yeah,
to
and
talk to.
like I'm not double O Tevin or Key or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guys, but I started DJing or like
I like
trying
the
to
story,
sell.
though.
Yeah, because I was
Your
like,
dad
well, my
inspired you.
dad.
That's so amazing.
And like I said, in Dallas, we have a big local festival like KNON. They're supportive of their local artists, and I remember having blowouts. Like Smooth Vega would have blowouts. Like that was just like Dallas has always been a music scene, and so moving here, I was like, well, I want to throw my own events. And
What's been a challenge for y'all together?
Shout out to Dallas. We got Dallas coming
Hey,
on
April 10th, period.
April 10th.
What
We got
has
Bumpy
been a challenge for
Johnson,
y'all, though? Like,
Matt KK, baby.
Getting plugged in with the local community of artists. Has it been a challenge at all, or has it been just been like, hey guys, we're doing this event and we would love to have you as a guest or part of it? And do you have any challenges with that, to where a local artist be like, no, I'm not gonna do it because of X, Y, and Z or whatever it is?
Like
or do
in
you
putting
have
together events.
putting
Or
these
just-
events together?
yeah.
Do you have artists to where it's just like, if I was asking myself, is it hard to get people to be vendors to
Right.
festivals? It is sometimes, It depends on the timing, depends on the what, if they have the budget, if they have the money or whatever, to invest into themselves, not for a vendor fee, because we don't have vendor fees. But, for you, when you're doing the events and your support is local artists,
Right.
to be part of it, because you are trying to highlight them. Is it hard for that to happen, or is it easy?
It's you ever seen somebody talk about sports and they know every person, their points, their ratio, their averages from 10 years ago, 20 years ago? Like Jordan, 96, he won 10 times. Like, it's not that deep, but like how those people
Jordan's
are.
the best, by the way.
We've known some of these people for so long and been outside for real for so long. I used to go to events. I used to go like 2-3 events a night or a week. I mean, and I'll just sit there and watch everyone. I stand in the front. So like, I know these people, and they know me for these years. So whenever I reach out, they know my intention, or they know what I'm like wanting. So I don't really got to prove anything. But between that and the open mics that we did, we were collecting emails. So we have literally, and just from that email list, over 100-something artists alone, just that went to our platform for those few once a month events. So every time there's an event, we update those people directly. But like, if we were playing like a card game, we're Pokemon battling, and you said you make a show with 10 people, you make a show with 10 people. We literally, like, on the spot could probably make like 10 different shows and battle against each other, because we are that deep into who we're connected to.
And like, one of the challenges though that we do, or a couple of challenges that we do face, is that there's so many artists, and so when we do something, or for our events, we always make sure you get something out of it. You get some promo, you get tickets to sell, you always get something out of it. But there are some times where you do get the bigger artists, or the heavy hitters and the artists, and you have to kind of be like, and it's no shame for me in my game to be like, hey, like, excuse my language, but like, hey, come fuck with me, like,
Oh yeah, we cuss.
yeah, like, come fuck with me, like, let me put you on this event, and let my community show you some love. I know you got your community and you got your people, and you can do your big one and fill your own room, but like, let me show you some love over here. Let me show you how we do over here. But sometimes they're kind of like, but then once they get on one, they're like, oh, well, let me know on another one, or whatever.
No,
so
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So when y'all start moving and you're creating more events and all that, doesn't it feel good when people that maybe have watched y'all from far, and then now they see the consistency? They're like, hey, I want to be part of it now.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's what people want to see. They want to see if this person or group or organization is going to be consistent with it, because I've experienced that in my past, to where you put one festival together. Well, let's just see how long this is going to last. Oh, wow, it's 7 years. And now he's adding
You've
another
proved
one.
yourself
Then
so
he's
long
adding
that-
another one. Then he's adding another one. Now it's like, people don't. I mean, there's some people that ask, but it'll be done from the mass. They should be asking the question. They should be asking, what's the next festival?
Oh wow.
Compare how many.
Right.
What's the next one?
Right.
You know.
So throw you a whole calendar.
So, yeah. So, but like I'm proud of y'all. You know.
Thank you.
Seeing the growth
Appreciate it.
and seeing y'all part of the team, and you know, again for those that are watching right now, they are part of the festivals too as well. We made y'all's logo on the actual posters too as well.
Okay.
You know, it was earned, not given but earned.
Yes,
you
and
know?
thank you. Like you have really been. I'm all for like proving myself. I've always just been that kind of person. Like I will, because I know that I believe in myself.
That's where we're kind of different.
I believe.
Yeah, I know.
very
Yeah, for sure. So I don't mind proving myself, and I believe in myself. So when I do reach like a goal, or I have somebody like you, like I said, I've known who you are, and you've been like a mentor for me behind the scenes, and you not even knew who I was. Like, and so to be here now in this moment and to have earned, you know, just things like that, that truly means a lot to me, to the team, you know, so, you know.
Deserve it.
Thank you.
Deserve it.
Yeah,
That too.
I understand.
Give it up.
I understand a lot of it, and we're pretty much similar. It's just the verbiage and like the outlook, and you know how some things are similar but they're not. And like for me, I'll prove myself to myself.
Right.
So I don't give a fuck what this person thinks. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if you haven't noticed my work, I'm going to work harder to be seen. But my verbiage won't really be like, man, I'm going to prove to you I can do this. It's like, I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Right.
But
Okay,
if
talk
my
your shit,
value isn't seen, I need to be more valuable. And when it is seen, if I'm not being of use in that value, I'm always open to be told, and I know where my areas are weak, but I know that once I get these things I'm working on together, not only will I be on another level, everybody will benefit.
Right.
And whatever team or person I'm talking to. So I do need to, you know, you're driving, you hit the boop, 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 boop. I need somebody to be like, hey, chill out. Because I will start working on something that won't be seen here for a while.
Right.
But everything that I'm doing is always for a bigger picture, and everybody benefits. So mine is like, yeah, I would like more people to know what I do musically, but like on stage, I'm not competing with people for real. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, you know what I mean? It's a whole cheat code.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to be better than people. I just know, like the influences I mentioned are rap influences. I have influences from Guns N' Roses. I have influence from Hall & Oates. I have influences from.
I love Hall & Oates.
That's my favorite band.
Fun fact. I should do a fun fact a day every time we do this. But I love Hall & Oates.
I love that.
The vibes. I listen to a lot of yacht rock. The project I'm doing now, it's kind of inspired of it. It's kind of like how I've been dressing and everything. So like, I pull influences from everybody. So I don't want to sound like I'm not getting what's the words that you use? I want to use the same word.
What?
Mentorship.
Mentorship. Yeah.
Definitely, I receive mentorship. So it's never that I'm too good for it. I don't want to come off like that. But mine is more like where she would be like, oh, thank you for inviting us. I'm happy to be here. I'm like, oh, this is all we really got to do? Oh, shit, we should be here. Let's make it better for all of us.
Yeah.
But if I can get so focused and so locked in, I don't get verbal on some of the communication to say good job.
But
thank you.
it's a good feeling when people recognize your hard work.
For sure.
Definitely.
You know, because
Definitely.
having that mindset of I don't give a fuck what people think, I understand that. But there's also a fine balance of understanding that you should care what people think, in a sense, because when your hard work is given flowers, you know, it shows like, oh wow. You know, it's just a matter of fact. Like let's just say KCWX TV or the morning show that I was on.
Yeah.
You know, it just the producers calling and saying, "Hey, we want you on the show." Like it's like yes, thank you, because it does show that it's paying off.
Right.
So, but I do understand what you're saying.
Speaking of
Right.
that,
It's like one
someone
of
did just
go
ask
ahead.
a question. They
What?
said, what are y'all's thoughts on the best but most ethical way for media outlets here in SA to monetize?
To monetize.
The most ethical way.
Man, collab.
Yep.
Collaborations.
Yep.
I mean, everybody, can sit people at a table and everybody has something to offer. I mean, you got our guy right here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
John Martinez.
John.
Oh, yeah, that's John.
to have John like pull up and have his setup, and somebody else knows how to control lighting, and somebody else knows how to, you know, get it on the right platforms, or, you know, how to make the content and the promo and the marketing for it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about like just collaboration.
But
And
you know what? With the
love a good
collaborations, I think
Gotta be
people need
picky.
people got to follow through though. 'Cause
Right, right.
You can have a panel of people giving all the best advice,
Mm-hmm.
but then they don't act on those own words. Because I've seen it, I've heard it to where people, they give some great advice about they want to collab, or they do collaborate, or they do this or do this, and then at the end of the day, when you have a conversation or private conversation with them, they don't act like that. You know, and I've seen that with plenty of people.
Right.
You know, people that I know and people that I know of, and I'm just like, y'all say the right things, but you're not matching it with your actions.
Right.
And it's sad because people continue to give certain people a level of flowers or respect, when in reality it's like people are just me, and not saying what I can do for you to help you out.
Yeah.
Right. And I think a lot of times people, it's already hard enough people don't collab. And then when they don't get a yes or they don't get the right answer, they don't want to try harder. Resilience is a big problem in everybody's growth. And I believe that when you are collaborating, because it's unlimited people you can collaborate with, you got to have intention. And if you don't have intention on where you want to go or where you want to be, kind of like if I don't know, if I want to talk to basketball players, I don't need to go chill at a football field. You know what I mean? But we're athletes.
Oh.
So you can find
Take a second.
you can find a reason to do it, but like if you need to hang around basketball players, if that's what you want to do, and then you'll naturally branch off. But I think a lot of people work harder than they need to collaborate. I think is probably the answer. But even with collaborating, everybody needs to like
Do their part.
yeah, like not everybody has a
Six,
team.
Right.
So if you don't have a team and you're doing it alone, you got to know what parts look the best, what
Right.
parts stand out. Think of how many, we were talking about it earlier today. We talked about it a lot of times. Think of how many artists, we're talking about music, don't post videos often of themselves. Everybody has a camera. Everybody has a camera. And people won't post, I need to write, blah, blah, blah. Why? And even if you look bad, like I look huge and it's like
like
I
you
look
were
terrible.
saying.
Like I
Stop
look
saying
crazy.
that, y'all.
right
Please tell him he does not.
I know I don't
big.
look like this in real
He
life.
just has a big
Hold
booty.
up.
You're showing it off now.
Come on now. But
But see, they don't see that.
while I'm sitting here, I'm like,
No,
it's
you
terrible.
don't. You have like.
I know you did not make us whiter.
But in
See how
real
people
life,
have to say this.
Make me skinnier.
whatever you do that's bad, you can redeem it because of who you are for real, or who
You
you're
really
going
did
to be. So like the little things that people worry about, it's like, oh, I got a pimple on my face, I can't post this because somebody's gonna roast you. The pimple's gonna be gone.
They're gonna talk about you with the pimple or without the pimple.
It's gonna be gone.
You go
Post,
viral
do
off
it.
of that one post, probably.
Do
You know
it.
what I'm
But
saying?
that's the thing, is that the monetizing your page
Right.
is based on how much content you put, and based on the creativity side of it too as well, because you can, as an artist or a promoter, use the social media platforms and posting every single day. I think people look at it to where they can only post one or twice on their actual feed, you know, because I've seen people, even people on our team that are in general, that they only have a total of 10 posts on their feed, and they're not posting once a day or twice a day. To get monetized organically, you have to post.
Right.
And you have to engage with the people that are commenting on you, and you have to tag people, the right people, and just continue to build it. So if you want to get monetized and you want to really do that, it's the content that you're creating that has to be consistent. Perfect example, where are we at?
Where we
Kevin,
at?
when he started doing it, I told him, this is what I would suggest you to do. I even suggested be real with your reviews, because right now, at this moment, every food content creator are getting paid to say what they're getting paid for, which is good reviews. But honestly, if you were just truthful and just say, hey, this is whatever. His one video, which he just recently did, burgers versus tacos, he did the whole review, and people loved it.
Which we do not know if he
Because-
gets paid or not.
And again, but the thing is that you have to be real with your audience, because people will start seeing you. If we're posting food reviews and they're always good,
Right.
they'll
They'll be like, wait a minute.
like, you know. And you got to do it. And then you go back to it where I told Kevin, I said, now go reach out to the owner. Go reach out to the manager. Let them know, like, hey,
Yeah,
this is
I
the
had a
review. Let's
conversation
go ahead
with
and now have a conversation on camera, and let's just figure it out, because
See,
we
that's
want
where
to
I
support you.
disagreed.
Yeah.
No, I really
Like, I
honestly
would.
think if there was a content creator, and this is a free game to anybody, you'd be surprised. If you're a content creator and you're doing food reviews, you do real ones, and say you didn't like it, you didn't go to reach out to the restaurant, and then you give them the suggestions of like, hey, we're going to go ahead and talk about this. You let them know what you're going to do. They should agree, because they want to be able to get those
To
views
grow, yeah.
and grow, and it's show people we care about our products and we care about what you're eating.
So you tell them that you're gonna film. You don't just walk in there with a camera. Hey,
No, you
I don't
tell
like
them-
your food, and this is why. Like,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, you don't
Oh,
do that.
okay.
What are
Yeah.
you
I
I don't
talking
know if I
about?
would just
Like,
ambush
And give them a
somebody
chance
like
to like
that.
redeem themselves.
Yeah,
so
like
you
you
know what I'm
message them
saying?
and say, hey,
Yes.
I want to.
And he wasn't like disrespectful
No, he wasn't.
at all. You know, it was just like,
but
like, no.
I'm telling you right now, if someone starts to do that, and I hope Kevin is the person, all the content creators are going to start doing it.
Yeah.
Because it will show people real reviews. There's a lot of people that name all these content creators, and they all been part of the festivals as a judge, or some of them haven't been, which we're working on that too as well. But majority of the people that are doing these reviews, they do such good reviews that people get tired of that.
Right.
So
Right.
again, the collaborations, the monetizing is based on what content that you post and what you're sharing.
Yeah.
So artists, music, what are some things for you that you would give an advice for someone that's up and coming, that's saying, hey, I want to put my music out, or I want to be on one of your shows? What would an advice that you give, and how would they go about that?
I'm gonna say two routes: one with money, one without money. If you have money, do more studying and do more testing. Everything's about risks. The nights that we go out and hang out with somebody is a risk of time. The nights that you're in the studio too long and not finish the song is a waste of time. But you look at it as practice, it's worth it. So whenever you're looking at routes of where you want to put your money, you run a shortcut. Nobody wants to do the hard work.
Right.
So it's never a right answer, because everybody else's route's different. This music influences these kind of people. This kind of media platform produces stars, but the type of people that are stars there might be one kind of genre. So then now when people look inside of your city, they're looking at that genre. So now your media is capped because they don't want to hear what you're doing in that media platform. So you got to be able to find other ways to test the same thing. There's other media platforms in other cities. So the other route, relationships, which is also collaboration. I leave the city all the time, and I can go in a room in Austin, and it'll feel like I live up the street because of the relationships. I go to events and they're offering me stuff that I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'll do this. And then they're like,
Which y'all experienced South by Southwest. So.
Right.
back to back.
Back
I went
to
out there
back.
with one show. I did like 5. So
Even
it's like,
Waco now feels like that.
right. So we show up, and people are like, hey, want to come do this? I'm like, yeah. And I'll be talking to people. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, I couldn't afford to do that. And I'll be like, what do you mean? Well, I won't say what do you mean. I'll catch on quick. But I'll be like, oh. And I'm like, well, I'll figure out how much it was. And they're paying hundreds of dollars for things that I'm not paying for. I'm just getting the service because they want me on their platform because of relationships or whatever they consider quality.
Yeah.
So basically, if you get good with people and do right by people and be ready when the spotlight hits you, you have respect from people. So when people think San Antonio artists, there's a lot of people that get mentioned because of the platforms and the media that's limited in Texas. But when I go into the rooms of the other underground people like us, my name is known. So I may not be getting the kind of money or bookings like some of these other people will, but I can bring 20 people to Austin. I can bring 40 people to San Antonio if I really wanted to on one show. But I'm not going to do that on all these events because I'm promoting them. But if I make an event about me, I'm having 40, 50 people come out. But I do so much, it feels like saturation. So you have to be selective when you're an artist in performing, because people are going to judge you on who you bring.
Right.
And it's hard because if you bring out your first show and you bring 20 people, 10's coming on the next. So when you're an artist coming up, they're excited because you're excited. So whenever I'm promoting and I'm working with artists, I tell them to be excited because I put y'all here because everybody's going to enjoy each other. There's not going to be trash people that are mad that they saw you. So when I tell my coworkers I want to go perform, they're going to come do it for you. And one day, whenever you can time and present what you're delivering, they're going to be excited to come see you. And that gap of you being excited to make people want to come has to be so high that they're going to want to go pay for a babysitter. They're going to stay up late. They're going to sit around. They're going to watch you perform for 10 minutes, be here for 4 hours, be tired for work the next day, argue with their spouse at home or whoever their girlfriend, all the risk to show you support for 10 minutes, even if you're not good enough yet. And that only happens at the beginning of the career, because once you've been making music for 5 years, it's like, you make music, I'll come out one day. But now what you need to do is collect people and follow up.
Right.
You had a good time, right? Yeah, want to come again? Well, we're here. It's a party. That's why when we go out weekly, I didn't think I was going to be out every week. That's why I didn't want to commit to it at first. But I know when we're together it's good.
Yeah.
So if you create an environment for people, whether it's an experience in meeting them and you're a stranger, like Wichita Falls, the room's going to shine where we're in. And that's what we specify in. That's what y'all specify in. That's what we all do. The environment is why it feels like what it feels like.
AR, what about you?
I mean, just like kind of what Dee said, and it's a lot of people say, invest in yourselves. So we had a panel and they all pretty much said the same thing. You invest in yourselves, network, be in rooms that you feel like you don't think you belong, and I promise you, you do. And be consistent. And it's not about having a big fan base. It's about having a loyal one. And, taking a risk and betting on yourself every time. Like, no matter if it's a win or loss, like, take that shit humbly and move different the next time. Like,
The scary thing about the risk is the world's crazy right now, and it's hard to have spare money for anything. And a lot of people need to do things for their mental to even just live. So if you happen to have a situation where you can get something extra and you're like, you know what, I'm going to believe in something that I think's impossible. It's already hard.
Like
so you're trying to get in a movie. It's not like the worlds that we want for ourselves is not normal. So you got to believe in the impossible. And in believing in the impossible, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
You kind of feel like it might not ever happen.
Oh,
so whenever
I will.
Oh,
Either
period.
in
I know you will
Antonio
go.
or Atlanta. Aja is going to be on the
I feel it.
screen. Okay.
But that part's in the back of so many people's heads, because if it wasn't, you'd see videos all the time. Try to think of it. We said who the top artist is. Think of an artist that puts out videos every week. And I know some. I can name some. But
I don't know a lot of San Antonio. I'm the worst person to ask because I'm still learning about the San Antonio artists.
Some people aren't doing that.
Yeah.
So if you are going to put money somewhere, you got to guess where. And that's why I led.
Do you
with
believe
research.
that and we're gonna quickly wrap this up in a little bit, but
and I do have a fun fact I want to throw out there.
But
for you guys.
do you guys think it should be a normal thing to where artists leave San Antonio to go get their fame, or you think they should just stick to San Antonio? What's your opinions on that?
I like how you use the word fame. And
that's what everyone's reaching for. It seems like,
Really?
I think some people's that divide. I think is the difference because what do you consider fame is?
If you're doing it for fame, you're doing it for the wrong reason.
You're
not going to thrive.
You think?
Not in this industry. If you're just doing it for fame, you're not going to thrive.
You look. We all maybe not agree on this. When I was in my early 20s, chasing money was one of the things I was chasing.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized that money should never be the thing that I chase. It was based on purpose and passion. And so now I chase my passion and my purpose, and I chase who I want to be the next 5 years or 10 years. You know, I'm always just chasing myself. But when I was young in my early 20s, it was, what did you want? You wanted what everyone else was always talking about: money, cars, fame, popularity, and all that.
Right.
Which, again, my background, I was a popular kid in middle school and high school, so I already experienced that at a young age. Some people don't get that experience until afterwards, and then so it changes their way of thinking. But for right now, when people are in the music industry or any industry and they get a little bit of popularity, it can get to their head. But most of the times, artists are looking for. I've asked artists this. Say, what's your end goal? What do you want to be? I want to be the next 50 Cent or Britney Spears. I want to be like, not saying they want to be like them, but they want that.
Yeah, that level.
Yes. And so that's fame. So people feel like they have to leave San Antonio to go to California or go to Florida or go to New York or go to Atlanta and try to accomplish that. Do you think that's a good move for them, or do you think they could possibly do it here in San Antonio?
I think they can do it in San Antonio, but I don't think that there's nothing wrong with going in and learning from different marketplaces or from different
experiences.
People. Yeah, I know Clef God, he had recently said too, like, I went to go live in LA for like 1 or 2 months and then learned what I got and then brought it back home. And I'm trying to, and he's successful here. You know, so I think you should get out of the city, you know, even if it's 45 minutes up the road, Killeen or Austin or Waco or, you know, wherever, like, get out of your city.
I think you have to look at what your city has to offer and how long you're willing to sit and wait for you to get to where you need to be. It might take a lot longer if you do it locally. Yeah. But I mean, it may not happen if you go to another city because it's all about who you know.
It's years over here.
It's a lot, but that's the thing. You're in a different industry, right? You're not an artist.
And I always think about too, like, if I ever like went back to Dallas, like, would I would I be successful? Like, I know I could do it, but
I think Dallas market would be good.
Right. I think
San Antonio market is
like,
a slow market. I want to say this: sleepy San Antonio.
And then it's like, how long do you want to wait for it to happen? Because you could leave San Antonio after 10 years, and you could have, like you said, they'll travel with you. Or if you don't want to do that, get all your knowledge, take it to another city, learn from there, come back and make those connections, go back and forth. It just depends. But I know for me, I spent a lot of time in one place and it did nothing for me. But I was able to walk away with a whole portfolio that I brought to Texas.
Wow.
And now it's like I'm getting to that point where it's like within the next year or so, I need to, because I have to keep moving. I can't keep like, you know, going back, or I have to be 10 steps ahead of where I was last year. So I may have to move, you know. You just you'll know what the right decision is. If you have in your head, maybe I should move.
But what's your opinion on that though?
I think that, like how you said, wait around or wait for it. And it's like, to wait would mean you need someone else to do something for you. So then if you're leaving to another city or state to like do the same thing to hope someone else, like, nobody's like, you got to sharpen, you got to elevate, innovate, and think outside the box, because people aren't taking risks. So like, even the way I dress, that's different. Or it's, damn, you do that, that's cool, it's different.
His bucket hat game go crazy.
So like, appreciate it. So whenever you're finding your people, you can blow up not being famous. I could have 100 people pay for every hat I come out with, every shirt I come out with, every lighter, and I can self-sustain and build a career off it and be way happier than somebody that looks big because they're on the media. So I would say creative village is the answer, because now you don't, and that's why I started with the fame question, because now you're not chasing someone else who was big when the world was different. Nobody will ever be big as Britney Spears. Nobody's ever going to be big as 50 Cent. It's impossible. 50 Cent walk in right now, even if we were like, what the fuck, that's 50 Cent, half of us in our heads going to be like, play cool, I don't want to look like. And because of that, Nobody will ever have real live fans like they did back then. Nobody's waiting outside of Drake's house. Drake, it's you. Like, not really.
Because I would walk up to 50 and be like,
20
put me in
years
one of your
ago-
shows. Put me in Power.
So to answer it, basically, I think that's what people should worry about. That's why very few people can bring more than 5 people to a show, because they're kind of doing the same thing and hoping they'll get a different result.
Right.
They're hoping somebody's gonna
So
notice.
it's not a bad thing for people to leave San Antonio, get the experience, and try to see if they can make their dreams come true, right?
Nah,
Yeah,
that's
never
the cheat
abandon your city,
code.
but
I said keep moving.
That's the cheat code.
Like for me, I believe in winning your city first. For some reason,
That's how I am.
I truly believe in winning your city, because once you win the city, then you could go out and do it. But I've seen other people, you know, if you want to say it's a cheat code, or maybe it is, you know. But I feel that if you can't even win your city, then how do you expect to win other markets?
But you have to
You
think
know
about what
what?
city you're in, because what if
And
that
then-
takes too
and
long?
then- and no, you're right.
You know?
But like,
It's not always possible.
it's a good argument
Yeah.
or debate
Right,
to
right,
have
right.
long term. But
We ain't got
it's
the
great.
time.
No, it is great to hear different people's perspective, especially the ones that are making moves in the city to where you're helping local artists. You know, and you're continuously doing that, which is an amazing job, because I think the music industry in San Antonio does get overlooked. I think local artists get overlooked, and hopefully you guys with Loud City Society can continue to build the platform for everyone, and you have my full support. You know,
you.
as y'all know that already, but I'm
know you
saying
always
it.
got a door
You know,
for any
we
day.
we have, you know, we are supporting you guys from, you know, from here on out. I mean, even with the Loud by SA inspired me to want to do more, as well as having on the back burner All Access Music Festival come to life to make it a full event here in San Antonio,
Yeah.
because I think that's what we need, you know.
Yeah.
So
We
He
could be
loves
that-
San Antonio
Yeah,
down,
I mean,
like.
and you know what? I
He
do
rises
too.
in San
You know
Antonio.
what I'm saying? It's been ever since I've been here. It's been good to me. That's why I will forever like. I always am like shit.
So
what
before we
doing?
leave, we typically ask our guests their top 5 local DJs, and I want to know who's your top
God.
5 local artists. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So all right.
Let go.
So right on the spot. They don't know this is not scripted, y'all. This is
Okay.
unscripted and everything. Who are your top 5 local artists in San Antonio?
Okay. Diversity.
Okay.
Two Turn.
It's going from her roster.
I know. Ominous the Monster.
You're gonna hurt feelings. You will hurt
I
some
am.
feelings.
This is live.
Because I don't even.
It's 2 more.
You're going to get a call later, like, girl, you didn't want to say me.
Yeah.
And it could be singers, you know.
Singers too.
Top 5 artists, local artists. You already said 3.
So hard.
Come on.
So hard.
Gotta put everyone on the spot.
I know, right?
Well, while you're thinking about that,
What
you
did I
guys
say,
wanna,
3?
I think you
You-
said 4.
No, I
No?
said you Turn, Ominous,
3.
Let's just name somebody.
right? Sweep and JC. There
JC.
you go.
Okay.
Sweep
All right.
and JC.
All right. Yours. 5 top artists. You can include yourself too if you want.
He's like, and Will.
I'm gonna definitely put myself. These are people that I work with, so these are my top because of how they work or how they create. So I'm gonna say, Ominous the Monster. I gotta have him on there. I've worked with him from building songs from scratch.
Okay.
I've seen him perform. I've seen the development, everything. The range is crazy. So San Antonio, for sure. Sosa, probably one of my earliest actual real life people that I would follow and then met. And then he's one of my best friends now. So we got a lot of stuff that's like
How many is that?
that's 2.
That's 2.
Okay.
A
Okay.
lot of stuff on the way. Prescription.
Okay.
He's from Waco. Did you want San Antonio only?
San Antonio.
Okay. Shout out to Prescription.
Shout out Prescription though. Yeah,
Honorable
right.
mention. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Yoda for sure.
Yoda. Okay.
That's 3. Kevin too. I wish we will work more. We don't have that much, and that's 4 of them.
Definitely need a vote going with you guys. Name a girl.
I'm trying to think of somebody I like.
Name a girl.
You was just at South by Southwest.
Right, but it's
San Antonio.
That's why I said. I'm
San
like,
Antonio.
everybody went with
San
it.
Antonio went there.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody.
That's Austin. I'm trying to think of somebody that.
Yeah, you have 4 guys. You don't have a girl on there.
You know, because it's so hard. That's
Your
another
top 5.
That's another.
See, that's like
Topic.
hard though, because like you get put on the spot and then your mind goes blank. Like, what is everybody's name again?
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think of.
One more.
I would have made up a
You know
name
who
at this
else?
point.
You know who else? I will say calamari.
Oh, I love calamari.
Quest.
Ooh, that sounds
There's
so
just
good.
too
I'm gonna
many.
say
Some calamari with beef.
Calamari
definitely
is
shout out to
crazy.
JC.
JC.
But put out the music.
Ice.
I'm gonna say
Shout out
Greg
to
G.
Ice.
Who?
Greg G, the Golden Child.
Greg
G.
G.
So that's 5. Okay.
Have you seen him perform?
That's
No.
the one that does the movies.
The one that
Okay.
came and talked.
Okay, so
That's great. He does
But
music
I'm
too.
still waiting on you to call me, okay, with that movie?
you said you didn't. That's fine.
It's just so, man. There's so much good talent. There's so many hidden gems.
But no, at least you
Man.
put them on the spot, so don't you know
We're
get
gonna
mad
get-
at them and get that phone call. Why
We're
did you
gonna
not
get
make
hate
your
mail.
top 5? You know.
We're gonna get
No.
hate
You want to
mail.
hear a fun fact real
great.
quick?
Yes.
Okay.
Fun fact.
So this just popped up, and I think I want to do this every week. So did you know the lions roar in The Lion King? It's not an actual lion. It's done by a guy named Frank Welker. He does it, which is like so. I don't even know why that's so fascinating to me because it really does sound like a lion.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then doesn't it? All it says is like, "Oh my God,
She
it's
needs to
a
leave her
lion,"
fun
The
or
facts
lion
alone.
something like that. Yeah.
You know, that's a
That
whole
went a
person.
total different conversation.
So, but I think we're gonna
But
start
we
incorporating
love-
that.
we
It's
love-
just a fun
Incorporate a fun
random
fact.
fact
Fun
at the end of the
fact.
show.
Yes.
He doesn't have to be involved.
No.
I'll do it.
We love it.
I'll do the research for
I
you.
think we love it.
Put the
I don't know.
at the bottom. Fun fact.
Anyways.
At the
Where can
bottom.
they follow you
Shout
on
out to John
Instagram?
Martinez,
On Inst-
Direct Motion Technologies. Thank you for always making sure that we sound and look good.
He makes me look good. Makes him
Yes.
look
We-
about 10 years younger.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, Loud City Society. You got AR and Diverse.
Yes.
How
And
can
shout out
everyone?
to the team too. You know what I'm saying? We got the Smile Guy, Powerhouse, Mookie, Kevin. Okay, Dream Visions. Like they all play a part. Like it really
Awesome.
does take a village for sure.
It really
So,
does. So now, for everyone that's watching, how can they follow you on your personal page and business page?
Oh, Loud City Society, and then Instagram AYYE_R__.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diverse.
My bad. I just
Email, Cash App.
learned that I'm gonna be
Apple
on the
Pay,
radio
Venmo.
also tonight.
Oh, you're gonna be in the
Nice.
video. Woo!
Yes.
Congratulations.
I just saw that. Cool. Diversity. The way you spell it is well. You'll see.
Okay.
Diversity on everything. Diversity music. So just diversity music. That's on YouTube. That's on Instagram. That's on
Everything.
TikTok. Pretty much everything. But if
Everything
you're
and
looking on streaming, diversity. Just diversity. DIVERSID.
Thank you.
Mhm.
What's the
D's,
next
throw them
event for
D's
Loud
on
City
this bitch.
Society?
We have a we have a Rolling Up Loud festival.
Wait, like a
it's our 420 annual festival.
Okay.
And this year actually is different. We're gonna do a puff and paint, a comedy show, a cannabis educational panel,
There you have
and
it.
then the music part at the end.
Is that the one
Awesome.
you were telling me about?
And then we have Bumpy Johnson from Dallas on April 10th. Yeah. Who else is on
Bumpy
it?
Johnson,
You,
Matt
Bumpy
K.
Johnson, Matt K. Yeah.
Moses Bravo is actually on that show.
And where's that gonna be at?
That one's gonna be a night house. That's
Both
on the
of
10th.
them.
Shout out to Accomplice, huge DJ out of
Yes.
Dallas Fort Worth area. He's kind of helping out guide this one into success, and we're helping bridge. A lot of what we've been doing is bridging the
Dallas
Texas
gap, really.
together. Now
That's
this is
good.
our first Dallas.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. Looking forward to
My
it.
phone
Okay?
is on 1%.
You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, official MikeAnthony.Torres, on Facebook and Instagram, of course. And when it comes to Late Nights with All Access, official All Access podcast on Facebook and Instagram, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And then also with All Access, we do have a TikTok. So TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, All Access
All
MA.
that.
I appreciate everything. Go ahead, Aja.
AHZIA Brown on Instagram, Aja Brown on Facebook, and Aja B on TikTok. We love you guys so much. Make sure you guys go get your tickets for Taste of Medical Center, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.